Hope everybody had a wonderful holiday season to end your 2022. And just want to take a couple of minutes and give you a little recap of how the real estate market looked. And then also some predictions, hopefully, of what we think is going to happen as we go into 2023. So last year was a great year. We saw continued price appreciation because we had low units. So we knew we weren't going to be as strong as we were in 2020 and 2021 just because we've ran out of inventory. So from a volume and units year to year, we knew we were going to be down. But because of that low inventory, what we continue to see in the market is sell price appreciation. So some areas where we really saw that was in the kind of under 300,000 price range, and that kind of first time home buyer situation, or kind of end of life cycle, people retiring down into those smaller units. We saw for the first time really strong commercial buyers out there. So hedge funds, REITs, people, these investors that pulled money out of the stock market but needed to show some return and some positive assets actually came into the real estate market and bought a lot of that inventory. In Texas here, depending on where you were, that number was anywhere from 15 to over 25% of single family homes were purchased by a commercial entity. So we continue to see that happen, especially in that lower price point. So really for people that are looking in that price point, I really encourage you as we go into this next year to make that move. Even though we're seeing interest rates and some things move, I really think in that segment, there's going to continue to be some really strong demand, which is going to continue to drive prices up. We saw just in the last year, 700,000 homes were owned by commercial investors. They see by 2030 that number could hit 7 million. So they're not going to go away. They're going to continue to take those single family homes and put them into that long-term rental pool, which is going to make less inventory that's going to be out there for purchase. So really just can't emphasize that enough. If you're thinking about making a purchase or buying an investment property in that price point, I really think this is the time to do it. The things we are seeing as we go into 2023, interest rates are moving up. We've seen a big push in the end of 2022. So that is putting a little pressure on the market. But I would tell you this past year, looking back at 2022, we had so much cash out of the stock market that we saw probably 40+% of our transactions either a full cash purchase or probably putting anywhere from 40 to 60% down. So seeing a lot of cash in the market. We're not going to see that interest rate deter a lot of people. Again, it's probably going to affect that lower price point, but if you're up in a higher price point, it's not going to stop people from buying. It's going to weaken your buying power. Another reason to possibly make that purchase sooner than later. We are seeing that that curve supposedly to continue to rise as we go possibly out to 2024 before we see any estimate of a decline in that interest rate. So someone brought up to me the other day, which I thought was kind of a good analogy in this situation, is marry the sales price, date the interest rate. So I think that makes a lot of sense. If we find the house that we want for somebody, better to lock in that price today because we still think there could be some price appreciation as we move forward. And then if the interest rates do drop in the next year or two, you can always refinance that and get back down into a lower rate. But by waiting and losing that price point, if that price point continues to move up, then it's gonna be a negative situation for you. So some other things to think about in 2022, continue to make the improvements on your homes. What we're seeing in the market and what we'll continue to see is the homes that are updated, good condition, maintained. Those are the homes that are still getting multiple offers. And as we get those multiple offers, that's what's driving that price up. So where we are seeing a little bit of softening in the market are the homes that need work, have some deferred maintenance, maybe haven't done updates in 5-10 years. So those are the homes that we're starting to see lag in the market and create that inventory. So if you hear in the national news that inventory is rising, be careful. We're going from literally 0 to 1 month of inventory, so in a balanced market, 6 months, right? So right now we're probably at a month and a half here in the Houston area. 3 months, starts to put a little bit of inventory out there. So that's what you're hearing. You're hearing if inventory rising, it's those homes that need a lot of work. We're still representing sellers and buyers, and if it's a nice home, we're still seeing multiple offers. What we're seeing is probably 3 to 5 offers on something that's really strong and desirable, where a year ago we were seeing 10, 15 plus offers. So definitely a little bit fewer buyers out there, but still enough to create the demand. So we encourage you, if you're kind of on the sideline kind of watching, we encourage you make those improvements, do some of the updates that you're thinking about, and if you get to a point where you're in a position that you decide to take advantage of this market and put it on, it's going to reward you with a higher return on investment. So we have, again, a great referral base and contractors that we can give you. One of the things we're also doing is we've helped a lot of our clients in our market either buy that first investment property or maybe look outside of our market. We've got a network of some of the biggest producers outside of our market as well. We've helped people go buy a vacation home or a secondary investment property in Florida, Galveston, Corpus Christi. Helped a lot of our clients when their kids go to college buy a condo or a duplex and actually use that as an investment property, put their children in there and let them rent those out to their friends and actually have a great investment property there. So we can help you kind of connect those dots. If you need any of that, we're happy to help out. So anyway, other than that, I think it's going to be a great year in 2023. We're excited about it. One of the things we always talk about this real estate life cycle. So we've got the first time home, have some children doing well financially, decide to move up. Kids go to college, graduate, move on, and all of a sudden now you're sitting in this big house, and it's just a spouse and so what we think is going to happen here in the spring and summer, just based on a lot of the communications we're having with our clients, and I think our other realtors are probably experiencing the same thing. I think all of those people sitting in those big homes have seen the market start to kind of balance out a little bit. And I know personally, we're having a lot of clients talking about getting those homes ready to go on the market in the spring and summer. So that's good news. Right now we have a bottleneck. We need some of those properties to kind of open up the overall cycle. So we're excited. We think we're going to see some of those homes come on the market, and that's going to open up the others. So we'll have people that move up and looking for those homes, and then we'll see the people kind of downsize to those smaller homes. So I think there's going to be some inventory come on the market. Other thing that if you haven't bought or sold a home here recently, the last 2 years have created this, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? A lot of people not wanting to put their homes on the market because they're not seeing that home they want to move into. So we've had several new mortgage companies come out, and now we have some programs that you can actually go find the house you want, buy it, secure it, move into it, and then put your house on the market. So that's exciting. So we can actually go find that house, the perfect house for you to move into. There's a lot of fear of people putting their house on the market right now and getting this demand on it and then not having a place to move to. So I think we've got some great opportunities. We can get you in contact with some of those lenders and talk through those programs. I think that's also going to help people to make that decision to make those moves. So as always, we're here in the local market in the Houston area. We always encourage you to look at the micro, look at the micro market. So if you're looking outside of this area, let us know. We can find people to help you if you're looking at specific other locations, Florida or Oklahoma. We just had some people move to Arkansas. So, but you really need to get connected with someone that knows that market, because you can't listen to the national market for sure, because they're looking at the big picture, and that's not always what's right that's happening in your backyard. So we've also got some great technology, so we can actually set you up at your primary residence so you can follow what the market's doing here locally as well. If you have some other markets that you're considering, we can get those set up for you too, and help you with that process. So anyway, hope you guys are excited and looking forward to the new year, and we're here to help however we can. So, but I just want to take a couple of seconds and let you know what we thought, and hopefully give you some hope for the next year.